Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video on the channel. Today we've got a kind of midweek news video. I'm trying to push the content in a kind of sense of making longer form videos once, maybe twice a week in terms of keeping us up to date with everything, but we're going to have another video coming out later on in the week because they've just announced that there's going to be a new update coming out just tomorrow. Now it's unclear as to why the update is coming. I'm going to guess it's to be a kind of hot fix, considering we just had the actual main update to the game literally just a couple of weeks ago now, and I did do a video, or was it last week or the week before, basically discussing a bunch of different bugs and stuff going on in the game, and I was kind of questioning the fact as to when they were going to announce this hot fix. It has technically been like 3 weeks now since the actual update came out, so it has been a bit of a slow one in terms of a hotfix. I guess there isn't anything kind of drastically major right now, but I don't know where it's really going to be focused. There is a odd few bugs and stuff, but I'm also slightly concerned that they might nerf a few things, given the fact people keep posting everywhere that they're getting crazy damage, especially with snipers in terms of like the black powder rifle that is pulling off some crazy damage. And then I've seen an interesting video posted from Mr. Church saying he got 27,000 damage with blocking, not blocking, you know, like when you whack someone with your gun, when you like melee them with your gun, 27,000 damage. So I'm not entirely sure how that kind of worked out, but I'm very intrigued by watching the video. I'll link it down below in case you want to watch it as well. Feel free to drop your comments down below as well, what you think may be the main focus of this update. Like I say, I'm going to say it's a hot fix, but what kind of bug do you think is going to be the big one that's going to be getting changed? And do you think they're actually going to nerf some of these buffs that they've just brought out? Now, another news, something that I really want to mention, I was going to make a little video on it, kind of on its own to a degree, but then I decided not to because I thought it's just literally milking views at this sense. But today I want to keep you up to date so you know that there's an update tomorrow, and then I thought I'd throw this in as well, and then I get it off my chest, so to speak. But yeah, basically, over the weekend, they announced that there was going to be a kind of additional bunch of rewards added to the Invaders from Beyond event, and that was going to be the glowing masks. Now, I did talk about this in the previous video. However, it turns out it was a little bit different to what I thought it was going to be, as well as what quite a few other people thought it was going to be as well. Clearly, a lot of us can't read to a degree, or just can't believe what Bethesda actually did. Now, going over the post again by Bethesda, they announced that the Fash masks were going to drop over the Invaders from Beyond, in particular the glowing ones, which are super rare. Now, this was only going to happen for a 24-hour period. I read that wrong as well, thinking it was going to be 48 hours, but it turns out it was just literally 24 hours. And it turns out that every single event you completed in that time dropped these masks. Now, I don't know what on earth kind of persuaded Bethesda to go and do this. It seems a bit kind of crazy in a sense, to like a degree, but then I was thinking, what if, and if this is the if, and this is the case, I don't know if it is, I don't know if we can prove it anywhere, but what if these masks, right, it's either two options I'm thinking of. You've got the one option, which very well potentially could just be that, you know, they feel bad for the Fashnat drop rates, let's just give them out to people who's online. The other one is, what if the websites that sell things for in-game money were selling these for such an astronomical price, they decided to release a bunch out there to kind of drop the price to stop these websites from profiteering so much? I don't know, just a kind of theory that I have. Let me know though either way down in the comments below whether you managed to get many, and how many did you get? What was your favourite one? Just because, you know, I'm interested. Sadly for me, I didn't realise until after this event, when I started seeing people's comments on my video on Sunday, that they were dropping like every single time. So a little bit upsetting there. Alright, now finally the last topic of conversation for today's video is all about this post I found over on Reddit. So similar to the last video where I did this, the little talking point at the end, I kind of enjoyed everyone's kind of thoughts and opinions on the previous one. If you don't know what it is, check out the last video, but today's thoughts is all about this comment by Faded Jockey over on Reddit, which is talking about a high risk world. What is the point? Now, if you don't know what High Risk World is, this is them daft Fallout Worlds that they decided to throw into the mix when they took down Nuclear Winter. And I've got to be honest, they are one of the worst inventions I think ever made by Bethesda. There was the building mode, which kind of was loved to a degree for people to go in there and kind of have a bit of fun, but the issue is they're only available for a couple of weeks, and I think the initial idea was this was going to kind of cause some kind of push to get people to have like a bit of FOMO, to get involved and get playing on it, but it never really worked. worked out. Instead, now you've got certain worlds with like the high risk mode where you log onto servers and stuff and there's literally just no one playing. It's a complete waste of time. And the question put forward by Fader Jockey is very valid, and it's not the first one I've seen recently in the Reddit about the kind of Fallout Worlds and stuff, and I'm really wondering what are they actually like planning for this kind of modes, because they've done nothing to them for a couple of years now and there's no talk of them doing anything else with them, so I don't really know why they're still there taking up server space or space in the game. The comment says what it says in the title: what's the point of the high risk world that's being offered? Progression doesn't necessarily continue, free building / crafting stuff, no fast travel. Who or what playstyle is this for? And to be fair, the comments on it are very much the same. Like, they say like no one plays these temporary worlds, just like I've said. And yeah, it's just a complete waste of time. But what do you think Bethesda should do with these worlds? Anyways, that's my topic of conversation. That's all the news I have for you today. Nothing too much going on, but I will be back in a couple of days for the news around the update and telling you about what's been added in, anything new, any issues come from it, all that type of jazz. Stay tuned on the channel. Make sure you hit that like button if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you are new. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.